Here's the bottom line. Guns and alcohol don't mix, period.
Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther announced changes coming to the Short North this weekend in an effort to crack down on crime. But not everybody's on board with this new plan. Thanks for joining us at 5, everybody. I'm Yolanda Harris.
And I'm Andrew Kinsey. Let's take a look at some of the key takeaways from today. On weekend nights, there will be big changes. No parking on North High Street at 10 p.m. Starting at 10 p.m., businesses and bars are being asked to close at midnight, and a curfew will be in place for 13 to 17-year-olds.
We're breaking down the reaction tonight with team coverage. Our team spoke with business owners and other Short North stakeholders who are concerned about this new plan. We're going to start with 10 TV's Lindsay Mills. She joins us live in the Short North with reaction from bar and business owners out there. Lindsay?
Yeah, Yolanda, those I spoke to today say they actually had a meeting, a closed-door meeting with the city on Tuesday, and they say that felt productive. They talked about possible solutions to the gun violence, but then the message came out today, and they say that's not what they talked about.
Let's not punish the neighborhood.
As a hospitality group leader and owner of multiple restaurants, Sean Shanazi has invested a lot into the Short North. He invested millions of dollars into running several restaurants. He pays hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in both rent and security detail. But back-to-back weekends of gun violence are taking a big toll on his business.
Last weekend, we lost 173 reservations. Last week, we had the slowest week, and I've been an owner on that block now for almost a year and a half. The slowest week, and I mean by slowest, we went from, not for nothing, an average of $80,000 a week. We did barely 30.
He says the crime isn't happening inside restaurants and bars. It's happening on city streets, sidewalks, and parking lots. On Thursday, city leaders announced a plan for weekends to step up security of officers on foot and bikes, strengthen enforcement of laws, ban parking starting at 10 p.m. on North High Street, and ask bars and restaurants to close at midnight.
Business owners are just recovering from the pandemic still. So is there going to be support on the city side to help them if they do close at midnight and lose out on business during those few extra hours each night on the weekends?
We'll continue to work with small businesses and restaurants as we have for years. We believe that this set of unprecedented acts are required to meet the moment. When 10 people are shot that we know of, and 11 guns recovered that we know of, from one particular incident, that requires unprecedented change. It requires some sacrifice.
We gave a lot of specific advice.
Those who attended a closed-door meeting with city leaders earlier this week say they are glad to see stepped-up policing, but they don't agree with the parking ban or suggesting businesses close at midnight.
We're asking the city to do their job. I'll take the mayor at his word. I'll take the police chief. Definitely, I'll take the police chief at her word that they're going to do those things. But this is a really late response for something we've been asking for, and we've been funding, and we've been doing. There's a reason why the bars and restaurants are safe, because we've been spending millions of dollars on added security. It's time for the city to step up for that too.
And the restaurant owners I talked to today say they also hope to see less loitering around food carts, and they're hoping police will focus their enforcement efforts there. And for more on the food cart side of things, let's send things over to 10 TV's Richard Solomon. Richard.
Well, Lindsay, that's just the thing. These mobile food cart vendors that I spoke with this afternoon who operate here in the Short North tell me they're not the problem whatsoever. And I'm actually told that their food carts are not set up near or where fights, these recent shootings, have even happened. Now, if you remember, just at the beginning of this month, food cart vendors had to be shut down by 2:30 in the morning and be completely off the street by 3 a.m. Just today, the mayor announced he plans to issue an executive order mandating vendors cease operations at midnight. The mayor says the measures were made to disrupt a clear and emerging pattern of violence that is unacceptable. And this afternoon, I spoke with Adam Wallace, who owns several food carts that operate here in the Short North. He says this will hurt 55 licensed vendors that normally don't get started until midnight.
With these shootings, didn't happen at food carts. They weren't near food carts. Now you're pushing it back to midnight. There will be no business. There's not going to be a business at 12 o'clock.
And Adam says he was completely blindsided by this announcement. So coming up for you later on tonight at 11, you'll hear more about how he's already had to adjust and so many others with their businesses. For now, reporting live in the Short North, I'm 10 TV's Richard Solomon. Yolanda, Andrew.
All right. Thank you, Richard.